Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yelsa and today is another Gouache and Ramble. My last video was also a gouache painting in this same sketchbook. It was of Jasper, who is this nice old man's partner. He's an angel, so he's very old, obviously. His name is Zephyrus. Jasper and Zephyrus both belong to Strawberry Witch. Go check them out. But yeah, both of these characters, or this character and Jasper from the previous video, if you haven't seen that, go check that out as well. Both belong to Strawberry Witch. Now, a little bit about this painting. And the sketchbook as a whole. The sketchbook is meant to only be gouache, so it was meant to practice my gouache paintings. I have been setting aside a lot of sketchbooks to kind of dedicate to specific mediums or color schemes in order to give myself more practice with them. So this one was specifically gouache, and I will fully admit that the first 10 paintings that I did in this sketchbook are not portraits. Now, at the time of recording this, I have about 3 more spreads left, and that's basically to say I have 3 more characters left because I sketched out the characters that I plan on painting. But at the beginning, I was doing kind of scenes, I was doing more concepts instead of just character portraits. So there's quite a difference in my choice of paintings in this sketchbook, starting from page 11 or whatever. When I first started this sketchbook, and you see that here as well when I'm painting Zephyrus, is that I tend to not use the left side for an actual painting. I tend to just use it for swatching my paints, mostly because I don't particularly care if I use the left side or not. I was really focused on trying to figure out how to use gouache, including my best use of color mixing. So obviously, I use the left side for my swatching. Now this changes once we get to the next gouache painting. I actually use the left side. I do still swatch with the left side, but I actually paint something on the left side. And then after that one, the swatching kind of goes away, which is a testament to how comfortable I get with my color mixing. And you'll also see in this palette, my palette looks quite messy. It is a Meeden ceramic palette. I believe I got it for Christmas for my brother. You will see in all of my subsequent videos that it is a very messy palette because I never clean it. I don't clean it mostly because, one, it's filled only with gouache paints. So as you know, gouache reactivates because it's regular gouache. It's not acrylic gouache. It's regular gouache, so it reactivates. So sometimes I would just reuse the paints that are already in this palette. It's the equivalent, or I guess ceramic palette. I don't actually know what the term is, because when I say palette, I also think of where you have your watercolor palettes, for example. I think about that. So maybe palette mixing, ceramic mixing bowl, whatever, that thing. It's basically the equivalent of a palette for me right now because I never clean it out, so I'm always reusing the paints in there. And even if I'm not using the paints that are in there, I have no qualms with the colors mixing because 9 times out of 10 it comes out with decent color mixes, or the paints that I put in there typically overrun whatever is left over in that little pot, whatever. So I don't particularly care. But yeah, this painting is of an angel named Zephyrus. I will fully admit that it's not bad. I don't mind this one. I like it better than Jasper's, unfortunately, because I really like Jasper's sketch. I did not like Zephyrus' sketch, mostly because Zephyrus came out way bigger than he was supposed to be. He's in your face in a way that I don't necessarily like. He looks like he saw you taking a picture of him and walked directly into the camera so that you were up close and personal with him. I don't know what happened, but he came out a lot bigger than he was supposed to. But what I do like about this painting is just how is not patchy, because that was one of my biggest gripes about the last painting I did, which was Jasper. I did not like how patchy his skin looked because gouache obviously reactivates, and so it kept lifting every time I tried to put on a new layer or was trying to put on a light wash to kind of build up colors. So because it was so wet, it would end up lifting up the layers, and so it was never getting smooth like it ends up looking for this one. I will fully admit that I think I made his skin tone a little bit deeper than I wanted it to be. Near the end of the video, you will see that I end up going in with another final layer of a deeper brown, and I actually really like the first what was there beforehand, but I messed up, so I ended up just harmonizing it and making all of it that same shade. But he wasn't actually supposed to be that shade, because I'll pop his art up on the screen of what I did of him digitally. He matched better with the previous tone than what ends up being the final one, so it's not that big of a deal. Honestly, it's not a one-to-one match no matter what I did, but it's still, the prior version was better in terms of closer matching to what I did digitally. I have drawn all of these characters that I have done in the sketchbook digitally before. I use them as a reference when I try to paint them. These are all D&D characters. I don't believe I said that, but these are all D&D characters. They're in the world of Shattered Memories. The DM is Strawberry Witch, that's why she owns these characters. In the future, I tend to do at least one of my character and one of their characters because I also have a lot of characters in this world. Unfortunate but circumstances did happen in which a lot of those characters ended up being created for one reason or another. I'm not going to get into it. This Koa and Claude were two of my previous paintings. Those were the first two where I decided that I was going to try to do couples in here. So like the first picture was going to be one half of the couple, and then the second picture was going to be the other half of the couple. So Koa and Claude are a couple, Jasper and Zephyrus are a couple, and there's a break after Zephyrus where I painted one of my characters named Marja. She is dating Nozomi, but I did not paint Nozomi. I ended up painting Katla after that and her partner Canella, and then I just do that for the rest of the sketchbook because I really like the idea of having them kind of match, and Jasper and Zephyrus is kind of matched because of the way I did their eyes at the end, where there's like light radiating from their eyes. Jasper has red coming from his eyes. Zephyrus has gold because Zephyrus is an angel, Jasper is a demon, half demon. The other half is Kalishtar. I learned that in the comments of the last video because I did not remember that I was told that. Now, I did this painting all the way back in June, and I didn't do any other paintings, I don't think, for the rest of the month until I hit July. I think I did Marja near the end of June, and then July hit, and as you know, or you may not know, but Artfight was in July, and I last minute joined Artfight. I joined Artfight the day of. My friend Strawberry Witch convinced me to join. Didn't really do a lot of convincing, but convinced me to join. I was kind of on the fence of it. I've been saying I was going to join Artfight for the past like 5 years. Never did it because I didn't think I'd have enough time, and I was afraid of committing to something that like you join it for the sake of creating art and then you end up not making any art. And also in the past was not very happy with my skill set, so I didn't really I wasn't really confident in doing Artfight because I was like, I'm not happy with where I am in my art level to really be drawing other people's characters. I'm in a lot better spot with my art. I've seen so much improvement, but I will fully admit that Artfight unlocked a part of my art that I'm really happy with. I've seen a lot of improvement in my art over the course of the month of July, where I did 30 attacks. I believe like 11 of them or something were friendly fires. There were a lot of characters that I wanted to draw that were unfortunately on my team. I was on Team Tragedy. I randomly got put onto that team because I joined day of, and so they just put me on a random team and I did not change it. So I did 11 friendly fires and 19 attacks. I had 16 defenses, which was really cool. I wasn't really expecting much of anything, but I'm happy with the fact that I got attacked in the first place. I have some really cool attacks because some of them are dice, which is super cool. I love that there are so many different kinds of attacks on Artfight. That was super cool to see. I didn't expect that. I normally just see artists, like digital artists and traditional artists on Artfight. I was stunned to see that there were like people making physical crafts on Artfight. That was super cool to see. So I got, I think, 2 full dice sets and then 1 solid D20, which is pretty cool. I'm very excited to maybe receive them in the future. Not too sure where that is, but I'm really happy with all the attacks that I got. They look so good. I am super ecstatic. My character that got attacked the most was Amon, and second to that was Selena. And I honestly expected Sylvia to get attacked more. Sylvia is my main player character. I expected her to get attacked more, but I got 4 attacks on Selena and 5 attacks, 6 attacks, I think, maybe? I don't know, 5 or 6 on Amon. And one of them is a dice set, so I'm very excited about that because I just recently got Amon a bullet dice set, and now I will hopefully get that one. I don't know how they want to do it, but I will hopefully get that one. So I'm very excited about that. But yeah, I attacked 30 people in total and avenged everyone who attacked me. So that was revenged everyone who attacked me. So that was fun. But I did a lot of exploring in Artfight. I explored different styles, explored different techniques, and it was very fun. It left me in a very good headspace when it came to art because I got to explore a lot of different things and still had a decent quality for all of the art pieces that I produced despite doing 30 in a whole month, which is almost basically 1 piece per day. I didn't do 1 piece per day. I was doing like, if I was attacking someone, usually I did like 3 a day and called it a day after that, and then, you know, did them in batches, but basically 1 piece per day for the month of July since there are 31 days. They did extend it to August 2nd, I believe, because the first day was so slow and people had to wait in a queue to get in. I did not have that experience when I was trying to log into Artfight the first day, so don't know what happened there, but yeah. All in all, I really enjoyed Artfight. I had a lot of fun. I got to draw and see so many interesting character designs. It really opened my mind up to character design, and it really makes me want to explore character design more because I create a lot of characters for D&D, and I feel like I'm recycling the same things over and over and over again, and they don't feel unique anymore. So I'm very excited that coming out of this, I'm like, okay, I really want to explore character design more. It really got me into drawing in a way that I haven't felt in a while because I've been in a bit of an art slump for a little bit. Right before June hit, like end of May, beginning of June, mid-June, I was getting back into art again. I was doing a bunch of different pieces for my friend before they came up to visit me. And I wanted to make sure that I got them printed because I give them prints of all the art that I make for them. I wanted to make sure I got them printed, so I had to kind of get them done at a decent time so I could get them printed. But end of May, early June, I was kind of in a slump and was for quite a bit of the spring period where I wasn't really doing too much. And then end of June, beginning of July hit, and I finished a lot of pieces that I didn't expect to finish. I just randomly got hit with ideas for drawing certain characters, and then Artfight hit, and I was drawing all those characters. And I think something that's really benefited me from Artfight was the fact that Sometimes it's just coming up with what to draw. When I'm doing Artfight, I have the character and I'm just drawing the character. Like, I didn't do anything particularly too complex for most of my Artfight attacks, but I did explore a lot with it, so that was also, I think, what really got me out of this kind of art slump, which happens every now and again. Creativity is an ebb and flow kind of thing. You're never going to fully be out of your creative mindset. You just need to take breaks every now and again. That's basically what happened to me at the end of May, June period. So I'm gotten really back into flow of things, and when I came back after my friend left from visiting me, I had done so much painting. I did even more attacks, and I stopped at 30 because I was like, that's fine for me. I didn't expect to get that far, so I stopped at 30 art attacks because I wanted to move on with my life. So I left the last week of July to basically just be free. If I got any attacks that I need to revenge, I could, but otherwise I wasn't going to attack anyone on my own. And I did a bunch of paintings. Like I said, I only have like 3 characters left in this sketchbook, which is really cool. So I'm almost done with that. There will probably be a sketchbook tour in September for this sketchbook, if not for another one. I haven't finished a sketchbook in a while since the flower one, which that was back in June, I think. And I posted it obviously that was back in like May, something like that. I posted it in July though. So got a hit with a lot of art inspiration, and I just recently finished a really big piece digitally that I'm very proud of. It's a piece of the Golden Serpent, which is a bar that I created in the World of Shattered Memories, and basically I painted every single one of the key members in that bar because they're also a group of blood hunters. So that was really cool. I'm proud of myself because it was basically 12 characters. I call it 11 and a half because one of them is so small I don't really count them. But it was basically 12 characters in one piece, and like, I hate drawing more than one character at a time. It's the bane of my existence. But I did it. And I don't think I would have been able to do that without the motivation and energy that I got from doing Artfight, because Artfight just really reinvigorated my love for art, because I was just drawing and I was happy with everything that came out of that, which is so nice. That's such a nice feeling. That's so rare. So yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed Artfight. I will probably be joining again next year, barring anything that may get in the way of it. And yeah, I'm really happy with where I am art-wise right now. I can say that July is probably the most art I have ever made in 1 month, and none of them are my characters, so that is only thing that is a little bit disappointing about Artfight. Is like, I can say I drew so much, but none of them are my characters, so I'm going to take that energy and motivation I have and hopefully apply that in August and get through the tarot cards. I've mentioned in my 2025 viewer review that one of my goals for 2026 was to get through all the major arcana illustrations for this D&D Shattered Memories tarot deck that the DM and I are working on. And so I, this year, have only worked on one tarot card. It was the Moon. I'm very happy with how it came out, but that is the only tarot card I've worked on. I've had Temperance in a whip status for almost a year now. I think in like November, December, maybe even October, it will be a year since I started working on that and got no further. So I'm really hoping to take this momentum that I have right now to apply to the tarot decks and get through all of the major arcana cards, because that would just be such a huge milestone, because the minor arcana is really not going to get done anytime soon because the campaign's not over. And it's going to be really hard to figure out what characters we want and what scenes we want for the minor arcana without finishing the campaign or getting closer to it being done. So really hoping that I can take this momentum and finish the major arcana for this tarot deck. It's very exciting, and I'm feeling really motivated for it. So I think I will be able to make the progress I'm hoping to make on it this time around and not be so defeated, because I really didn't know what I wanted to do for them. That was one of the reasons Temperance was stuck in such a state for so long, was because I did not know what I wanted to do for that card. Despite having the idea, the composition just wasn't hitting me. But I think I got it now. And so all that to say that Artfight was a great experience, and I'm really happy that I did it. So I hope you like this painting. I hope you didn't mind my rambling. And if you participate in Artfight, I hope it went well. And thank you so much for watching.